Hey guys, welcome back to the channel with me, Free Tip Scout, here on Twitch, but also at the same time on YouTube. So a big hello to everyone that's tuning in from YouTube. I mentioned yesterday that we're going to start to stream at the same time on YouTube and Twitch. So yeah, hello to everyone who's tuning in from wherever you are. Do say hello in the chat if you can, especially if you're from YouTube, because yeah, Twitch is our main channel, but we want to definitely say hello and meet new people from YouTube. This is the deadline day stream. So we have a lot to do usually on the Friday deadline day stream. Usually at this point as well, we're kind of like coming into this stream and we already have a clear idea about all of our teams. We're not having to line up build. We're not having to still figure out who goes in here and who goes there and what, lineup do we enter in this competition. We are kind of like that, where most of our teams, I think, are done. However, I think there's probably still a few that I need to give a little bit more time. So basically, we're going to spend a little bit of time just finalizing our lineups for Sorare. And we'll also I'll try and help you guys out as well before the game week starts. So maybe if you're having a bit of a selection dilemma or you're struggling to get a player in, I'll try and help you if I can. What I am going to do in about an hour is I'm going to open up the find a player, pick my lineup, and maybe put your game week glasses on as well, the Free Tip Scout Fun coupons that we run on the channel. And those ones are really designed to help you guys for the next game week. So if you are struggling, as I say, to pick a lineup, if you don't know what you should do, as in putting a lineup together and who you need to pick for the game week, if you are struggling to find a player for the next game week, then those Free Tip Scout Fun coupons that I'll open up should actually help you. Hello to Anathaban. Hello, man. Different today for me due to rotations because of international games and injuries. Also, guys, if you are looking to get involved in the games that we're covering here today, I will regularly post the links, and the Nightbot will regularly post the links in the chat for you. So do use them. For now, I think you've got a link already, haven't you? Yeah. The link to get involved in Sorare is already in the chat. So thank you to Twitch Gaming for that. That's obviously what we're going to be covering. If you're new to the stream, if you've never come across this game before, then use that link to start playing it, and you'll get a free card when you collect your first 5. And it's a really cool game. If you love football, if you love fantasy football, if you like games like FIFA Ultimate Team or Football Manager, it's going to be a really good game for you. And then later on, we're going to cover a different game, and I'll talk about that game a bit later. Let's have a little look here. Tier 4 in Cap 240 incoming for Sopsy. If only had Joe Gomez as the captain. Yeah, Gomez got like 100, didn't he, on Sorare? Can't believe that. We looked at it yesterday. He absolutely hulked out, didn't he, Gomez? How's everybody else got on from the midweek on Sorare? Are you winning any rewards? And if you are you winning anything amazing? Do we also have Olive Alexa here in the chat? Because Olive Alexa jumped on the stream last night, and I said to Ola that he should jump on again at the start of this stream and let us know where he is in the rankings, because yesterday he was second in All-Star. And he was really excited. He basically said he's not going to be able to sleep tonight. It was looking to be like his best ever finish. And I said, look, see what happens overnight. And then if you are still second, come in, jump into the chat, and please let us know on today's stream. But I don't think he's here at the moment. Maybe he'll jump in a little bit later. Let me know when he jumps in, guys, because I want to know where he's at with his lineup, and whether he's kept hold of second. For now, let's try and crack on, shall we? We usually have a lot to do, so there's never really much time to waste on the Friday stream. So let's jump into the lineups for now. We need to do DMP checking as well. So, guys, if you spot any DMPs at all with any of my players in my lineups, then please let me know. You'll do me a massive favor, and I will obviously try and repay the favor to you when you are trying to build your lineup. So just holler in the chat if you spot any DMPs at all. At the moment, our Cap 240 rare is this, and we've had this in place for a while. I think this is the team that I want to enter. Check the leaderboards. He's still second place. Is he really? Lovely. I bet he probably hasn't slept. That's why he's not here right now. I bet he's been so excited overnight that he's just not been able to get a good night's sleep. And so he's probably sleeping right now, isn't he? Right, let's have a little look at this this team. Okay, Belgium. Okay, Kofi, 95%, good. Let's have a little look here. Yeah, Pappy, 90%. Not expecting to see anything weird here, but we need to do a final check on it, don't we? Luke Browers is in there. There's Noper again. So if you missed it from Wednesday, I was saying that Noper is a big cheat code in my opinion for this weekend. L15 of 30, starting goalkeeper. His expected score on play sharp is 52, and he's going up against Almir. They have a 36% chance to keep a clean sheet, and I think that they probably will keep a clean sheet. So he could score really well. The man, the myth, the legend, FTS. Oh, thank you, man. I don't know about that, but thank you. Hello to Brain Flux. Welcome into the channel, man. How was your midweek on Sorare? How have you got on? We need to check Zapar. Oh, I've clicked the wrong one, haven't I? Oh, no, here we are. Zapar. Luis Diaz is cheat code 2. He is indeed, yeah. I think even with Jota even if Jota wasn't injured, Diaz would be a cheat code, yeah. Zapar. If you guys want to check out all the cheat codes that we went through, there is a public watch list. I might as well just mention it now. There's a public watch list that we have set up. We update it every week, every Wednesday. So there's 373 players in there. If you are looking for those cheat codes, and this is the watch list that you need to be checking out, and you will get loads of really cool ideas to use for your own teams this weekend, including the likes of Noper, Diaz, who we've added in there. Also, Kelleher, for example. There's just so many that it will really help you out to overachieve in Sorare. So check it out. You need to have a Sorare Data Pro membership to be able to access public watch lists. But if you have one, then you can access it and start to, dip into those players. If you don't have a Sorare Data Pro membership, then if you look in the chat right now, use that code FreeTipScout when you are looking to upgrade, and that will massively help the channel out. Right, Tucci as well. Okay. Yeah, Tucci's there too. Okay. Yeah. I think I'm happy with that team. We've looked at that team a few times, and I think that this is our best chance to hit threshold. The one thing that I need to maybe look at is when our captain is playing. Okay. So Tucci's playing on Sunday, and then Luke Browers is playing tonight at 7. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So that's our team there. I think I'm also happy with Cap 220. We need to check that quickly. I personally don't like to look at my lineups too often, as you tend to overthink everything. There is a tendency to do that, yeah, definitely. Sometimes it is just better just to look at a lineup a few times and then just be done with it, rather than to keep going back. like 20, 30 times or so, like just a ridiculous amount of times, right? Mark Martinez is good. Sandy Walsh, Kadri, Antti Esseg, Victor Edvardsson. Okay. Let's have a look at Sandy Walsh here. Not expecting Sandy Walsh not to play. Yeah, 90%. Okay. Let's check out Kadri as well. Ooh. Oh, there he is. Okay. Kadri's up there now. Okay. Let's check out the Netherlands as well. We need to check out Victor Edvardsson. So yeah, 85%. That's fine. And then let's also check out Antti Esseg as well. Okay, Istra. Yeah, 80% for Antti Esseg. Okay. And then we're going to give Kadri the captaincy. This is our Captain 40 team, which actually scores pretty well in the algorithm. And then for Cap 220, we're going to do, where's he at? Mark Martinez is down here. It's not a good sign, is it? Mark Martinez there. Where's Sandy Walsh? There we go, Sandy Walsh. Kadri. We have Morales, actually, that we're trying to sell, but we haven't sold Morales yet. Can you believe that? Like, Morales hit a score of 91 and then 75 last night, and we've still not been able to sell him. A little bit annoying. We do have him not as the floor. We've got him at £49.68, but we haven't really been getting any offers for him. I'm going to be a little bit annoyed if we don't sell him after such great scoring here. Yeah, we're not even really getting some good offers here. Yeah, he's got some good fixtures and he's also got some good utility over look, he plays in game week 438 and there's very few players that play in game week 438. Which is kind of, I think it's just after Christmas. So there's very few. And so it's kind of like, well, you know, we almost just need to keep him for that because there'll be some managers out there that will want a forward like him for then. So if we don't sell him like before then, that's fine. But I can't believe that a player who's got an L15 of 35 that is starting now, that has hit... In fact, you know what? This isn't even the best thing about Morales. What you can see is that if we type in Morales here, right? This is his last 3 games. He got 2 goals in the Copa del Rey, then a hat-trick against Osasuna, and then a goal and an assist against Panathinaikos. He's literally in incredible form, and he's an amazing player anyway. So it's kind of annoying that we're not selling him. And again, I think it represents the state of the market right now. I actually sent a tweet out earlier. We're probably not going to get a lot of time to talk about it today, but I do want us to talk about it at some point. This one here, about primary market credits coming to Sorare NBA. So if you didn't read this, and if you didn't know about it, Sorare NBA are introducing auction credits. So instead of giving out card rewards or cash, you can win a discount to buy cards from Sorare on the auctions market. And it's a little bit controversial. There's good and bad to it, as there usually is with like Sorare changes that they make. But this is also a little bit dangerous as well, because I think that this is probably quite a good idea. I've actually talked about it myself. I think it was last week or the week before, where I was criticizing the fact that on the football side, for the month long, you can win 40p cards. And in All-Star, which is supposedly the flagship competition for Sorare, you can still win tier 5 40p cards, which makes no sense. And I was actually saying that in many ways, it'd be better to be winning a credit because rather than winning a 40p card, you could effectively like get say a £2.50 discount off a card, which actually is significantly better than a 40p card, right? But yeah, there's pros and cons to this. If you've got any ideas on this at all, if you've got any thoughts on it, then I want to hear them in the chat. So please put them in the chat if you can. But I think what we'll do as well is once we've finished our lineups, because we're kind of on a deadline, aren't we? To get everything in before 3. Once we've done all that, we can maybe come back to this and talk about it properly. But I think that this is, I think it's interesting. And I know for a fact that they are discussing it, and it's most likely coming on the football side as well. So it's something that we should talk about for sure. Hi, who would you captain for Cap 240? Murcia, Maxime from Gaziantep, or Carlo Bartolek? When you give me surnames like this, right? So Murcia, which Murcia are we talking about? Are we talking about Javier Murcia? If we're talking about Javier Murcia, then I think Javier Murcia. Yeah, I think Javier Murcia is the captain for Cap 240. Right. Let's continue to put this in. Like, does anybody actually have any? I mean, I said we can talk about it later, but does anybody actually have any thoughts about this at all? This primary market credits? Because as I say, I do want to hear the community's opinion on this. I don't think it's 100% categorically bad. I think there's actually a lot of good sense to it, but I also think there's a lot of bad side to it as well. My weekly message to say I'm excited for my lineup before it all goes wrong. Says Apple 22. Who are your lineups for the weekend? What's the one lineup, Apple, that you are most excited about? That you'll be most most gutted about if it all bombs for you? Don't think it's a bad idea, but I'm not sure it has more positives than negatives. You've actually summed that up quite well, Twitch Gaming. Yeah, I think that's probably how I feel about it. I think that the negatives at the moment for me outweigh the positives for this one. Yeah. And I was thinking about it a lot, and I was like, oh, this is probably quite a good idea that's probably being implemented at the wrong time in Sorare. Because one of the big dangers here for me is that there's a couple of big dangers with it. Is that the first thing is that if you can already not sell your cards in the secondary market, good luck trying to sell them when thousands of managers are sitting on primary to auction market credits. They're then just going to be spending that money that they have, that liquidity, in the auctions market. So you have even less chance then of selling your cards in the secondary market when they implement this into the game. The other thing with this as well is that this is another way for the prices to be, in my opinion, artificially propped up, because rather than the market dictating what the fair and the actual price is going to be, with a primary market credit, you're going to get lots of overbidding at auction, because actually it doesn't matter if you, for example, spend if you up the if you up the price, up the bidding, because you're not actually going to pay that, because it's going to discount what you actually need to pay. But then actually what it registers for market data is that card went for that X amount of price, right? So it's going to also manipulate the prices a little bit. And then, which you could also argue is kind of a good thing, because it actually then means that the prices of cards will go up, but they're just not going up naturally. They're kind of going up because the game, like Sorare, is forcing them to go up with these credits, right? And then the other thing as well, I think is a little bit concerning with this one, is the fact that you can offer the credits, but what happens if you enter a competition, you win a credit, but you don't have any plans, or you actually just don't want to spend in the game, which is where I'm at, right? So at the moment, I don't feel the need to spend anymore. I'm happy with the players I've got. I just want to win rewards that can basically then help me to continue to build my gallery without me spending money, or I can win a reward and then sell it. So if they issue primary market credits at the higher levels, right, then that's obviously not going to be great. If they offer them at the lower levels, it might actually be a kind of a smart way to get rid of the tier 5s. But again, if you win a primary credit, then all it means is that if you're not planning on spending, then you've not won anything, really. So it's then forcing you to spend to then get that reward. If you don't intend to spend on the auctions market, then you don't win anything effectively, because that will just disappear. So there's a few things that, for me, as Twitch Gaming said, I think the negatives for me at the moment outweigh the positives, but I'm still trying to, I think I still need to think about it over the weekend to try and figure out if there are more positives with this one. It'll be interesting to see what everyone thinks about on this, though. Yeah, that's also my main concern. Most people are selling to bots already, and this will make it even harder. Bots and whales like Ruv or Pavel will also change their prices then. Primary market credit or 80% cash value. Something where you can take cash but incentivizes you to contribute to the market. Yeah. What's the point here that you're making? What's the do you mean that they should offer an alternative? So rather than basically telling you that you're going to win a credit, you should get a choice of whether you can take the credit or you take like the cash value. Is that what you're saying? Because I think if that's what you're saying, I actually kind of agree with you that there should almost be a choice, because if you do win a credit and you're just not, you have no need for that credit, then that credit is wasted on you. Or maybe there should be a way then that you can sell the credit, so that if you don't need it, you can sell it. Maybe that's a little bit controversial, actually, to sell the credits, right? Probably Sorare don't want you to be selling credits. But I think you're right. I think that if you win a credit and you don't need it and you don't want it, then you shouldn't be forced to spend in the game to then get the benefit of it, right? So then you either offer an alternative to your managers where you say you can either choose a credit, so that then the people that actually want to get a credit and have an intention to spend can get a nice discount on the primary market, or as you say, you get like kind of like a cash value, or you get you get another reward, right? A different reward. Probably Sorare don't want that, though. They don't want to offer the choice, because then it will just mean that if you don't offer the choice, you are forcing people to then spend on the primary market, which then puts more money in their pocket. If you do offer the choice, then you are effectively minimizing the amount of money you can make on the primary market. So yeah, it's a dangerous one, and it's an interesting one. There's good and there's bad, but as I say, and I think what Twitch Gaming said, I, at the moment, can't see more positives than negatives to this one. But if you can, then please let us know in the chat, because I would love to get a different perspective on it. Right, let's go back here. Yeah. We were talking about it. We need to get back to this one here, because yeah, we've got a lot of things to do. So, Kadri is the captain. I just want to see how this looks in the lineup builder. And then Airseg here. Okay. That's actually not too bad, is it? I mean, this is cap 220, so we're not playing for like a weekly reward with this one. This is just to try and contribute to the month long. I don't mind committing that team for the month long, so I think that's going to be fine. We need to hope that Kadri hits a really good score here, because Kadri at the moment, he's been in really bad form, but we know he's a really good player. So against Eupen, he has a good chance to, I think, do better than what he's been doing, but we then need him to do better than what he's been doing. Otherwise, it won't really work out, but that's also why it doesn't matter in a way if it doesn't work out, because the Cap 220 competition for the month long, I have spoken about it at length, and I think that this prize pool here is atrocious. I think it's an absolute disgrace, to be honest with you, that you offer effectively the same prize pool for a month long as you do for a weekly. I think it's awful. I really do. So yeah, if we can place in it, great. If not, then it's really not a problem, because we have more chances anyway to basically compete in the same prize pool in All-Star in Cap 270, which is why, again, the month-long prize pools cannot be the same as the weekly. It defeats the whole purpose of why people should be going hard in this if you just offer the same reward. I'm in tier 5 at the moment in month-long 50p tier. Are you really? This is what I'm worried about. I think I'm in the same. I don't know where I am. Let's have a little look. I think I'm in the same though. Yeah, look. Super cap, 220 limited. This is for the month long. As it stands, I'm due to win a tier 5 card. So if the month long was to end like today, I would basically win a 40p card for competing in a competition for a month. It's unbelievable. It's embarrassing. It's disgraceful. Basically, put any word you want that's disparaging about that, and it is that. And you obviously, we know that you can win a tier 5. So me entering it, and if I win a tier 5, I'm not going to be like, like that's crazy that I won a tier 5. I know that you can win a tier 5 in here, but the point is that there shouldn't even be tier 5s in there. You shouldn't, with a straight face, you should not be offering 40p cards to your managers that compete in your competition, in your game, for 8 game weeks, right? 8 consecutive game weeks for a month. That should not be the minimum that people come away with at all. And if that continues to be the case, then I will make my voice louder, because I don't think that should ever realistically make it into the game. I think there should be a conversation that they have at Sorare where somebody basically says at that table, do we really want to, and do we really feel that offering as a bare minimum a 40p card is a fair reward to give out to people after playing our game for a month? And you would like to hope that somebody in that conversation, in that meeting, would say, actually, hold on, is it really going to feel great to win a 40p card after a month? So yeah, I hope that the future month-long competitions do not include tier 5s, and that you actually have a bigger percentage or a bigger amount of, say, tier 4s or tier 3s that you can win, and just the tier 5s are removed entirely. I'm 67 points short of a tier 5. If you keep going, Brainflux, you keep going, you keep plugging away, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to achieve that 50p card, man, that 40p card. So keep going. Hi, mate. You win a tier 5 with 4 results that would have given you nothing. Only bad thing is if you score like 351 week and less than 200 the other 3. Sorry, Adv. Yeah. Yeah. They just shouldn't be in there. Like, if you're going to offer tier 5s in the weekly, I still don't think you should do that. In some competitions, they might work, but if you're going to be offering tier 5s in the weeklies, which most people don't want to win anyway, then why on earth would you throw them into a monthly, which is supposed to be a special competition? It's ridiculous, really. But yeah, we have spoken about that at length, so let's move it on. Right, Cap 220 is good to go. Our all-star team. So, our all-star team, I don't think this is necessarily going to do that great, but I do think that this is the team that we want to play. And I think that we also want to have Eric Bocat as the captain. I do want to check this team out in, I want to check this team out in the lineup builder. So I'm grinding all month for a 40-cent card. We're getting $5 2 to 3 times a month from the threshold. Makes sense. I know. Like, it's bonkers, isn't it? It's absolutely bonkers. These kind of like one-time events should be so special that it makes you think that it's significant and worthwhile to enter in them, right? You can effectively just ignore the Cap 220 month-long and you could just literally play Threshold and earn way more than what you could by entering a month-long competition. Do you know what I mean? Like, who's using their brain? They're so smart at Sorare. They really are. They have smart people there. And I can't believe that from all the smart people over there, they didn't look at the obvious flaw with how they done the prize structure for the month-long versus all the other bog standard basic competitions that you can compete in weekly. That's just absolutely bonkers. It really is. But yeah, this team doesn't score that good. We need to check the players first of all. Also, what's the deadline for Ultimate Champions here? Because we haven't put a team out for Ultimate Champions yet, so I need to... Okay, it starts in about 2 hours, so I think this also starts at 3, isn't it? Why can we not see, since they have updated the display, why is there not a countdown timer? There was an actual countdown timer that they had where you could see exactly to the second how many hours, minutes, and seconds you had, right? Until the game week starts. Saying it starts in about 2 hours is no good. Does it start in, like, what's the exact time? I think it's 3, but that seems like a bit of a backward step for UC because they gave you the countdown timer in the previous layout and now I can't seem to see it. Like, am I looking in the... Like, it should be here. It should be like, boom, this is the game week lineup building, and then this is the countdown timer. Where is it? Oh my God. I mean, this is really cool. I like this layout here, this visually, but they need to give you the exact time as Sorare do, so that when you are lineup building on Sorare, you can see here that this starts in 2 hours and 10 minutes time. Yeah. Anyways. I don't Layson from Leuven will play. What you mean, Toby Lyson? I'm not sure. What does the expert say on Play Sharper? I'm not sure. We haven't checked that yet at all, man. I don't understand why they put tier 5 rewards in month-long comps. They gave out signed jerseys, mystery jerseys, and VIP tickets for the Global Cup leaderboards, which was 7 game weeks long, so basically the same. Yeah, this is the point. This is the point. You know, what Twitch Gaming said there, bang on, spot on. And as I mentioned before, we should not accept that. Like, so nobody should be happy that for the month long we have tier 5s in there. If you are happy with that, I've got to say, you've got to start reassessing, like, what you think is a fair return from the game, because it's just not on. It just shouldn't happen. Yeah. Oh, hold on a minute. Saying all that, I did get Nicholas Vimmer to tier 5. Yeah, the thing is with the tier 5s, there are actually some pretty good players in there, but the issue is that you just shouldn't offer tier 5s, right? In terms of the value, you shouldn't offer them as such a low value in a month long. It's fine in a weekly in a way, but not in the month long. Right, let's double check this team here. Well, this is Twitch Gaming, this is the danger, is that I think that Even though I'm not putting my best players in there, I'm putting players in there that I think can give us a good shot at trying to win something. But ultimately, what we could come away with is a tier 5. And if I come away with a tier 5 from playing the month long, I won't play the month long again. I don't even really want to play it now, to be honest with you, but because it's kind of like, it doesn't cost you anything to enter it. But yeah, if we end up winning a tier 5 from a month long, I will not be entering any more month longs until those tier 5s are removed. Just as a stand, as a protest to Sorare that they shouldn't be putting tier 5s in there. Right. Let's have a look at this as well. Ali Varul's in there. Okay. Rijeka, Yankovic, Salahi, Fruk, Smolcic, that's good. And then Bokat and Biakyi. Okay. So there's Biakyi. And then we need to check for Bokat as well. Here we go. And Bokat's in there too. Good. All right. So this is our B team. We're hoping that this B team can give us some kind of a card return or card reward. But we've also got some tricky games in there as well for Biakyi. Ali Varul against Fenerbahce. He's probably going to concede 3 goals. So yeah, we are semi hoping, but we're not really expecting anything here. Right. Under 23, we will just double check under 23 to make sure that everyone is projected to start. We just checked Smolcic, Yankovic, Fruk. They are. Corridor and Majkic we need to check here as well. And then that team is good to go. And that's a team that, remember guys, you picked. And if it wins a card reward, we give the card reward away to one of you guys out there in the community. So Majkic at 95%. And then we need to check for Corridor. And there's Corridor at 90%. Okay. Yeah, unless you guys know of anything that would say otherwise, then this is going to be the team. So if you guys know of any DMPs or any suspensions that have been missed out from the Play Sharper experts, then please let me know and we can look into it. Otherwise, this is the team for under 23. Second division. I think I'm happy with second division. I would like to check that one as well, quickly. Okay, so Karlsruhe, Philip Heiss is in there at 90%, lovely. And then we also need to check Fortuna here. There's Kastenmeier. And then we need to check the Oviedo, and Cass Odenthal is going to be fine. Let's check for Oviedo. Hello to Ligma as well. How's it going, Ligma? How did you get on from the midweek on Sorare? Hello also to Twisted Fortune. Welcome back in. How did you get on from the midweek as well, Twisted Fortune? Did you guys win any threshold, any card rewards, any cash rewards? Let us know how you got on, please, if you can. Right, Sione and Borja Baston. Limited threshold from the midweek, not too shabby. That is good, yeah. That is decent. I would sell Corridor for Luis Enrique very cheap at the moment. Yeah, we could, but we're going to maybe do like a rebuild after Christmas in the new year for the under 23 team. Until then, we're not going to do it. But thank you for giving us the shout there anyway, man, on Luis Enrique. Okay, so second div's fine. Right. This Premier League specialist is like a complete throwaway team. Like, look at that. It's so throwaway. There's not even any point, I think, in me even looking at this one. I could put Neco Williams in, though, instead of Mads Anderson. Let's do that. And then we give him the captain. See? Then we could put Jordan Clark in here. And then we could put, I mean, You're probably wondering why I'm messing about with this. I'm literally just messing about with this so that we can try and scrape as many Sorare coins as we can. But a lot of these players are not going to play. Have we got any 0 L15 goalkeepers this game week? I think Twitch Gaming has an option for you, does he not? I think Twitch Gaming has an option for you. I think is it the Mines goalkeeper, Twitch Gaming, that you talked about yesterday? It's going to come in for Zentner, and he's going to have an L15 0. I think Twitch Gaming was talking about that. Could have been a tier 2 if I played Coombs and limited threshold with 4 players because decided to be ill. Hello also to Italian Cafu. Hello to you, man. Welcome into the channel again. Okay, we might as well check the Luton Town team here. We're going to need to check it anyway for our Premier League Winter Special. Arsem, moved from Cap 220 to All-Star. Hope it goes well. Need my Burgos stack to pull through with another threshold too. Who do Burgos have this weekend? And are they at home or away? Okay, Doughty, Oso, Loikia, Mengi, and Bell. Nakamba, Barkley. Okay. Yeah, so this team that we have here, which is complete throwaway, is very throwaway now. Confirm that. That's done. Okay. La Liga EA Sports Specialist, I think this is also very throwaway now. Because I don't really have a proper team for this, if I'm honest with you. This is just a team that we're going to see if we can try and scrape some Sorare coins for, or with. Away to Amarabieta, so can't expect much. I don't rate them though, Amarabieta, so they could do quite well there. Let's have a quick look at this here. Okay. Okay, Matija is only at 40%. It's a little bit annoying. I mean, this is so throwaway that it's actually not worth me checking the whole team here. This is literally the team that we can put out. Fran Beltran and Yavi Munoz are 2 players that have been donated to me from one of you guys out there in the community. So I'm not going to play cards that have been gifted to me. I'm going to be giving them out anyway. So, and with the list or play, if we put them in a lineup and then we want to then give them away, it's going to kind of like mess up the lineup. So just don't enter them in a lineup. Fran Beltran, Yavi Munoz. Maybe those will be the 2 cards that we give away next, actually. Yeah, this is literally the team. This is the team. I might want to check Alvaro Garcia, though, just see if he's going to start. Because he missed the last game. If he's projected to start, then I might give him the captaincy instead. Yeah, look, Alvaro Garcia at 90%. So let's give him the captaincy just to try and maximize our chance here to get as many Sorare coins as we can. And then, yeah, that's that throwaway team there. So it's not going to win a card reward, guys, but we're just going to see if we can earn enough Sorare coins. We basically need to get a score of 100, and then we get 50 Sorare coins. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's better than nothing, isn't it? So let's try and at least get 100 points if we can. And then we can't enter a team for Champion Europe because we don't actually have enough players for it. Certainly, we don't have a goalkeeper for it. Yeah, we've technically got enough players that we could do it, but we don't have a goalkeeper that is starting, apart from Kaminsky. So that's a duff one. Hold on a minute. Are we using all our goalkeepers here? Yeah, we are. If we weren't, then I would put one in and then fill out the remaining 4 positions to try and get as many Sorare coins as we could from that. But yeah, we can't. Champion Asia. Kind of going semi-hard in this one. I don't think. Why do we have the captaincy on Kim Tai Hwan? I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that at all. Let's have a look at the lineup builder here. Who would the lineup builder pick for Champion Asia? Here we go. Yeah, I'm thinking the same. I'm thinking that I would captain Leandro Darmiao. I actually don't mind having Kim Tai Hwan in there so that we have that stack with the goalkeeper, but I don't think I want to captain him. I think I would captain Darmiao, which I think we are going to do. Like that. Let's just double check this one. It's always quite difficult to check for Asia because you never know who's actually going to play, even if they are projected to play. We might as well check it. So Fukumore at 75%. I mean, to be honest, Fukumore is a really good player to captain. Just don't think against this opponent because it's quite difficult. Ah, that's interesting. What's happened to... Yeah, what has happened to Ogiwara? Should play. Last game's Opta injury wasn't anything significant. With him, though, need to always be careful. He has cheese strings from hammies in his often out. Okay, so his hamstring is very dodgy, which I already knew about. But yeah, he's got him at 80% Akimoto, but he's also saying that Ogiwara could play. That's useful for us to know because we have Ogiwara. So we need to keep that in mind. Let's have a look for... So Asano and Fukumore, and then... Okay, Diego's in there. I might play Diego somewhere. I don't think I'm going to play him in Asia. But I might play him somewhere else. We need to check also... Where they at? What? Oh, here we go. Yeah, Darmiao at 70%. Okay, I like Darmiao's form at the moment. So we're going to put Darmiao as the captain. Confirm that, I think. Let's double check for South Korea as well. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Right, Champion America. Right, we have a little bit of an issue with Champion America because we don't have, if I remember correctly, we don't have a starting for. Well, hold on. Joan Lucero just came back in the last game. He started from the bench, but I think I would prefer to play Lucero over Julio Furch, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, Julio Furch is a sub player. And Lucero, up until recently, has been starting. Yeah, so Gallardo's at 60%, and then Lucero's going to be at 40%. I'm going to switch that. I'm going to... I'm going to put Lucero in. Like that. We keep the captaincy on Morales, I think. And then we leave Marlon in there. And then we leave Piovi in as well. Do we have anybody here at the moment who is tuning in from YouTube? Because the chat's crazy quiet. I'm sure you guys are also planning your lineups as well. But yeah, if you have anyone here from YouTube, then say hello. If you can. I'm trying to get a gauge as to whether we're also getting a bit of enough people coming on from YouTube as well. Now we've started to stream from YouTube. POV there. And then for Argentina, let's look at Gymnasia here. Yeah, Morales, who usually starts, and he's looking like he's going to start again. And then Marlon. Okay, good. All right, so let's keep lineup building here. Champion America, I think, is good to go then. It's actually not too bad, Champion America. Nicholas Perenick, we haven't checked, but I'm just assuming he's going to be playing. Chile. Yeah, Nicholas Perenick, perfect. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's not a bad team. Not a bad team at all. Any Champion Europe recommendations? Yeah, Salah. This is the best recommendation. Salah at home against Fulham. There you go. Challenger Europe. Okay. This is one we definitely want to check because we spent a lot of time thinking about like this Challenger Europe team and whether we want to try and prioritize it. I think we do because I think that this has a good chance to win a card reward. So let's double check this one. I don't think we need to change any players because I think I'm pretty happy with the players we've got. Tascaran at 80%. Hadishinai, funny enough, is at 50%. Why is that? Okay, because Augusto, it looks questionable. Maybe he's suffering with a little bit of a knock or something. Okay. Might consider putting Hadishinai in Cap 220 because he has an L15 of 36. So if he does actually end up playing, he could maybe do quite well here. Yeah, we might need to think about that now. I don't think I want to put him here because I think I do want to have George Cox instead. Because Cox is a beast and he's got a home game against Zwolle. So red lineup's done. On to UC and Pooky. Yeah, I need to go on UC and then we also need to do Pooky. So this is why these streams are usually on the Friday. They're quite kind of like heads down because we really do have a lot to cram in a few hours. It sounds like we've got loads of time, but we actually don't. George Cox, okay. 75%. Cool. We've already checked Luke Browers, that's fine. And then we need to check Christoph Lang and Marvin Martins as well. Christoph Lang. Here we go, Lang at 90%. That's what we were expecting. And then Marvin Martins for Austria Wien. Yeah, perfect. Okay. With the captaincy on Luke Browers with a home game against Almere. Good. Okay, that team's good to go. Hey, Free Tip Scout, how's it going? I narrowly missed rare threshold midweek, 270 points. Oh, God. Super close, man. Who was the player that let you down? Or players that let you down? Like, how did you, why did you miss out on it? Was it bad captaincy? What happened there? Good effort, though, by the way. Done way better than me. I only got 200 points, actually, in my midweek threshold. Okay, Cap 240, we don't need to change because this is our SO5 team. So we don't need to change this one at all. Have we decided who the captain's going to be here? I don't think we have we? Let me put a poll out in the chat so that you guys can choose who you think we should captain for our SO5er. Let me do that now. So we're going to start a poll here. And the reason why you should vote is because if this team hits threshold, I will give the team away. So it is definitely in everyone's interest that we try and get this team to hit the threshold. And having a good captaincy pick will help us to do that. Henderson, Lopez there, and then Amani, like that. There we go. All right, guys, you've got a minute to vote. Start voting now. Hey, Free Tip Scout, that's fine. Look at Sellers 240. Yeah, we looked at that yesterday. We've already checked it on yesterday's stream. Doing really good. He was 7th when we checked him last night. Has he improved? Has he gone up? Has he gone down? Because he was 7th. Alberto Moreno in Cap Thaciano. Okay, yeah, Sellers has gone down, hasn't he? I saw already that Sellers posted a tweet earlier to say that he's missing out on threshold. He was 280 something, and now he's under 280. Alberto Moreno and Cap Thaciano. Annoying thing is, all the other midfielders I considered buying scored. Oh dear. Unlucky. I mean, honestly, to be in the contention to even get threshold is good enough in the midweek. So good effort, man. Let's have a look at the results of the poll here. Okay. 5 votes for Lopez. So we're going to give it to Lopez. He is who we're going to captain here. There was only 5 votes, guys. It makes me sad when I see that. This is your team, effectively. I wish we'd get more people involved on voting for this sort of stuff. Because I think if we had more people involved, we could basically win more, and then we can give away more. But yeah. Yeah, Euro got like -10 or something. Damn. I actually thought it was a great effort last night when we saw it, because he was doing it with the DMP goalkeeper, wasn't he? Pretty good effort. Even if he didn't hit it. So yeah, guys, this is your SO5er team. We've moved the captaincy over to Lopez, so yeah, fingers crossed you can do well there. Right, Cap 220. Okay. I have heard that Tony Leisner might be out injured. Let's have a little look at that. Hertha Berlin. Yeah. Tony Leisner is out. Well, he's questionable at 20%. We don't want to play him. Okay. So let's take him out. Let's put Stankovic in there. And then we were thinking about playing Haderschnei, but we need to consider some other options as well. Lucky Canoe, first of all, crazy to actually see your face. Thank you. Second, are you confident in Amani in Cap 240? Are you asking because you just saw him in our Cap 240 team? Because we play the same team. So we don't even research it. We play the same team in there for the SO5er. So yeah, I'm not confident. I'm not confident about that team, full stop. I think the way we built that team was wrong, was bad actually. Lads, what should I prioritize other than Cap 240? Probably the Premier League Winter Special if you can, Ligma. Because there are so few entrants in it. I mean, how many entrants are in it right now? Because obviously last week, there wasn't many entrants in it. Let's have a look to see if it's improved. Look at that. For the Premier League Winter Special Limited, there's at the moment 2,716. There's 562 managers for Rare, which I think is probably a small increase, isn't it? From what we saw last week, or maybe around the same. And then this is also the same. So it doesn't even look like the numbers are improving, which is actually good if you are in it because you've then got an increased chance to win. But it's just such a poor advert for Sorare that they can't attract more people into these competitions, probably because they set the restrictions too high. We talked about all of that last week about why they've maybe not optimized their chances to get loads of people in on this one. Right, Kelleher. I think Stankovic in here as well because he's an L15 of 38. Michael Hoyos is always quite a good option to have because he can hit a really big score. He's also the type of player where you never know when he's going to start anymore. Like, even if Hoyos was projected to start, I look at that. I don't really think I want to play Hoyos, if I'm honest with you. We actually have loads of other players that we could just put in who are starters. We probably shouldn't play him. And now I'm going to take him out. He's probably going to hit a perfect score of 100, isn't he? But in this competition, it also doesn't matter too much, really, because it's, the month-long Cap 220. Right, who can we put in here? Okay. Miguel Cardoso, Robin Molon. Once Molon starts once he begins starting for Volendam, we're going to begin to put him in our lineups, but until then, we won't. He does have a very good fixture, though, but he's not going to start. We need to focus on a starter here. Zan is a starter. I don't think I want to play him, though. We've got Ricky Harakawa, and we've got Effican Karaka. Effican Karaka is a heavy-hitting player that we probably need to play somewhere. So why don't we look at Karaka? Yeah. Let's put Karaka in here. And then we have 52 for the extra slot. Which means we could put Lionel Carroll in here if we wanted to. Which I think we probably want to do. Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's put Lionel Carroll in. Like that. And then we have 1 point left over. And then we're not captaining Biaki anywhere. Let's give the captaincy to Biaki. I don't mind if it doesn't pay off here. Let's just double check. We are not captaining him, are we, in All-Star? We're captaining Bokat, aren't we? Yeah. Okay. Let's check Stankovic, Karaka, and Lionel Carroll then. And then I think our Cap 220 is good to go. Okay, so Stankovic here for Austria. For Puntigama, sorry. There's Stankovic at 70%. Where we at? And then we need to go back into Turkey, and we need to double check for, well, we know Carrick is going to start, or should start based on the projection. We also expect that Lionel Carroll should start. We need to double check that as well. Lionel Carroll, 90%. Miguel Cardoso, 90%. There's an argument here that we could play Cardoso instead of Carricker. Oh, no, we wouldn't be able to do that. I don't think so, because I think Cardoso has, Cardoso has a L15 of 53, so we couldn't do that even if we wanted to do it. Yeah, okay, cool. Confirm. Right, our Cap 220 Limited is good to go then. That's the Cap 220 Limited team. Okay, our Cap 270 is going to be a throwaway team because we don't actually have a starting goalkeeper. So for a throwaway team, I think this is absolutely fine. Not expecting anything from that at all. So let's just try to farm as many Sorare coins as we can. And then the Bundesliga Specialist, this is a team that we want to try and do well in if we can. Oh, Stoger as the captain against Wolfsburg is a little bit dodgy. Might actually be better to captain Michael Gregorich here, who's coming off the back of 100. He's going up against Mainz, and Mainz aren't that good. Let's have a look at this one. Okay, Mainz versus Freiburg. Gregorich up front. There's Reese in there, who Twitch Gaming was talking about. The L15 goalkeeper who has an L15 of 0. Stoger, Hoffman, Masovic, Ryman. Yeah, I don't think I want to have Stoger as the captain. We'll look at it now, though. Free Tip Scout had Gregorich in Cap 220 midweek, didn't captain him. But at least you had him in Cap 220. I had him in my Cap 240. And look, this is what happened for me. Look, this was our Cap 220 team, which actually done kind of semi-okay. It got a score of 301, which if there were weekly rewards in it, we would have won a card reward, right? With this team. But obviously there isn't. So this just helped to contribute towards one of our top 4 scores for the month long, which, to be honest with you, that will not be enough to contribute to one of our top scores, right? So this is another reason why it's kind of smart from Sorare, because these midweek game weeks, like, effectively are probably not going to help you to give a good score for the month long. It certainly didn't do it here, but then it just means that Sorare don't pay out a card, which is also technically good for the card economy of the game, right? Ordinarily, we would have won a card here with this team. What's annoying is that we put Matty Godin in here, but actually if we had not put Matty Godin in, if we had put in Gregorich in here, then that team would have been amazing. And this score is completely wasted in this lineup because we have a DMP goalkeeper, then we had Garteman who DMP'd, then we had Jean Armani who came off the subs bench. So it was like an amazing score, just completely in the bin. Really annoying. So yeah, it could have been like that. Yeah. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to give him the captaincy instead. We're going to put this into the lineup builder, the Bundesliga Specialist one, and suggest a lineup. Okay, so it's telling us to captain Stoger, but actually we're not going to play Manuel Neuer. We're going to play... We technically should play Manuel Neuer. If we're going to be smart about this, we should play Manuel Neuer, not Manuel Ryman. Let's change that, because we're already projecting on Pooky that Manuel Neuer will keep a clean sheet against Union Berlin. So let's just take out Manuel Ryman. And then let's say that we're also going to take out Kosnu because we wouldn't play Kosnu in here. We could play Kosnu in here, but I don't think so. I think I want to play him in All-Star instead. It's still telling us to captain Kevin Stoger, which obviously we wouldn't do. If we captained Gregorich, I think that Gregorich has a way better chance of outscoring Stoger here. And I think that I am more happy with that team. So that is what we're going to put out. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so our Bundesliga specialist is looking like this one here. Pretty cool team, actually. What do you reckon, guys? Can this hit a card reward? Our Bundesliga specialist team. I think it has a chance, doesn't it? This one of doing it. I mean, if Bochum can maybe surprise here and cause an upset, then we do have a really good chance to win something. The prize pool for the Bundesliga specialist is 250. We obviously don't want to win a tier 5. We want to try and win a tier 4, tier 3 and above. Ideally a tier 3 and above. We're going to need Bochum to deliver here. I think Freiburg will do well against Mainz. I think that Bayern will do well against Union. It basically comes down to whether Bochum do good or not here. If they don't, then this team is probably going to be in the bin really quickly. Free tips out. Gregorich to podium. I am playing what's that? Cologne stack. You're playing a Cologne stack, are you? I've actually predicted 1-1 between Bochum and Wolfsburg. Wolfsburg is really bad away from home. They are, yeah. I think I don't know what we put on Pooky. I think we put 2-1 for Wolfsburg just to win it. But I actually wouldn't be surprised if it ended up being 1-1. Yeah, we could have done a tactical one for it, but we ended up just trying to be a bit smart. So we done 2-1 for it. I think you're right, though, Twitch Gaming. This could be a 1-1. They are not good away from home, Wolfsburg. All right. So that's the Bundesliga specialist. And then our all-star team. Right. We need to change this because we have Ben Sheaf as the captain. And Ben Sheaf is going up against Ipswich. I don't know if I want to do that. I mean, the advantage with Ben Sheaf is that he will usually give us a score of like 60 points or more, even without a decisive, because he's in good form. His AA is usually very good. This is a really difficult game. So Ben Sheaf technically could do really well in it because it is so difficult and that he's going to need to do a lot to help Coventry try and beat Ipswich, who are currently second in the championship and are doing amazing. Maybe we keep it. Anti-Esseg up front. Matteo Maric as well. So Matteo Maric is in there with on paper, a pretty decent game against Rudesh. And then Kosnu in defense there. Tangvik is going to do terrible here. So I think that no matter what we do, this is probably not going to hit a card ward because Tangvik is going to concede 3 goals or more here. Afternoon to Gamichadinho. Hello to you, man. Is there anybody here that we should be playing that we're not? At the moment, it doesn't look like it. Well, Diego would be a good one to play because Diego's good. Why are we not playing him in Cap 270? Seems like a little bit of a shame that we're not playing Diego. A shame, but like not a disaster. I'm putting it out there now. Ben Sheaf Masterclass incoming. That's what I'm secretly thinking that as well. Even though this is like a really difficult game, this could also be the game where like he hits a 70 or 80 because he's just having to do so many defensive actions. He's working his arse off basically to try and protect the back line and also just try and help Coventry to control the midfield. So I think I wouldn't be surprised if Ben Sheaf does really well here, which is why I think we're going to keep the captaincy on him. Tankovic's AA has been crazy this season. Looking forward to him next season. Yeah, me too, FIFA. Me too. He's going to be a good goalkeeper, I think, to buy into. I think it's rare. I think Tankovic's rare is still really cheap, in my opinion. Oh, my God. Tangvik is £198. Wow. I mean, if his price continues to come down a little bit, I think already at £200, this is actually too cheap for this type of player. Because I would actually expect Tangvik to remain as the number one next season. He's an under 23 starting goalkeeper that you can pick up for, damn, £200. He might be an early Christmas present to myself. They're at the end of their season, but for next season, and his season will start in April. So that's another reason why I think his price will continue to come down, because lots of managers will realize that it's a card that you can't use basically for what, the next 4 months or so, the next 3 months, whilst he's in his off season. If he gets to around £150, I'll probably be pulling the trigger and buying Tangvik. I can't believe he's that cheap. I really can't. It's incredible. I think his price was way higher than that, like a month ago. And clearly not. Okay, his price did get up to £300. That was what? That was, well, that was about a month ago. God, that's so cheap, isn't it? It's honestly so cheap. Okay. Yeah, so I think that we are happy with this team. I don't think we need to make any changes with it. Everybody should play. We probably need to check Costanou. I'm expecting Costanou to play, though. Yeah, he should play. He is the main starter for them, after all. And then, yeah, Costanou's there. And then I think the other one that we need to check here is Ben Sheaf and Mateo Maric. But again, I'm not expecting there to be any surprises with these players because they are like the main starters, really, for their team. So Coventry, there's Ben Sheaf there. And then if we check for Lokomotiv Zagreb, we should also see Mateo Maric is going to be in there at 90% as well. Good. Okay. Happy with that team. I don't think we made any changes with it, so we don't need to confirm it. Yeah, perfect. Right, I think we're good. The only couple of teams that we need to do here. Oh, also Academy. So guys, don't forget to do your Academy teams, which I'm going to do in a minute. But the other teams that we need to do here are the Premier League Winter Special. So let's try and put a decent team out for this one. Right. So we're going with one forward from Luton, which is Ogben. And then two midfielders here. One, well, yeah, Doughty, who's technically a defender, really, like a wing-back. And then, Nakamba. Nakamba's expected to play, though, according to Jordan. What's going on with Nakamba? Hold on a minute. We checked this literally. Okay, he's been changed then, hasn't he? So Marvelous Nakamba this has been updated. Yeah, like this has literally been updated now. Look, it's 1:35 and it's just been updated now. I'm so glad we're checking that. As we checked it earlier and Nakamba was in there at 90% or whatever. And it's literally been updated now. So big shout out to Jordan for being on the ball on that one. Yeah, because what I just saw there was that Nakamba's now showing with an injury. So what we actually have to do here is we need to take Nakamba out. We need to put Alfie Doty there. And then we need to bring in Carlton Morris in here. We could also technically put Amari Bell in. I don't think so, though. We could do Amari Bell. He's just not been scoring that good for Luton. I think we're going to go with Colton Morris here. Where's Colton Morris? There he is there. Okay, so 2 forwards against Brentford is a little bit risky because then you're basically saying that those 2 forwards will get involved in a goal or ideally 2 goals, right? So it's probably not going to work out. The good thing with Ogben is that his AA is very good. So even if he doesn't get a goal involvement, he will most likely give us a score of 50 anyway. And then captaincy-wise, we're going to give the captaincy to Doughty because Doughty's on all the set pieces for Luton, apart from the penalties, which Colton Morris takes. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Confirm. Okay. So this is our main team for the Premier League Winter Special. We're going to see if Luton can cause an upset here, but I'm not expecting it. I think on Pooky, we've got this one down that Brentford are going to beat Luton 2-1. I think that's probably going to be the case, unless we, as I say, unless Luton give us an upset, it's not gonna happen. Right, let's fix this one as well. Panzu there. We could actually do Amari Bell here. Then Adebayo. And then probably Chong here. It's really annoying that there's no Andros Townsend, there's no Ross Barkley that's been minted for Luton. There's no... Well, is there a Mengi now? No, there's no Mengi that's been minted either. There's no Loikia. Like half the team's not available to buy, which is a little bit annoying. Because I would like to play Ross Barkley. I would like to play Andros Townsend. He went 3-0 Brentford. So Luton having no chance then, according to Sopsy. I think, you know what? Luton have played so well that I would, like recently, that I would hope that they don't get beat 3-0. Because they have been a very difficult team to score against and they've played good, solid football. But yeah, they could also just get hammered. I mean, it's still Luton at the end of the day. Let's put in here... Let's put Chong in here. And then let's give the captaincy to Amari Bell here. Confirm that one. Okay, and then we need to fix the team number 3. This one here. Woodrow's out. Okay. Ah, so this is going to be a real throwaway team, isn't it? This is just to see if we can we get, do you get Sorare coins in this one? I don't think you do you? There's no Sorare coins to be won. Is there? Yeah, there's no Sorare coins to be won in the Premier League Winter Special. So this isn't really, it's not even really worth us putting a team in here for this one, if I'm honest with you. Because we can't even scrape it for Sorare coins, but we'll do it anyway. But technically, we shouldn't really do it. There's no point in us doing it. Let's just put in Mads Anderson. He's out anyway. And then let's just do Will Hughes here. We'll probably give Will Hughes the captaincy. And then Issa Kabor. There we go. Completely dead team already. It's not going to win anything. Right. Now we need to do Academy. Okay, so Yildirim can go in there. Daryl Dyke can go in there. Like that. Guys, don't forget your academy teams, please. Don't want to miss out on giving your cards the extra XP. Thomas Henry in there. Richie can go in there. That's good. Yeah, I did just see it. Yeah, Jordan, we were just praising you. We're praising you now on the stream because we literally just done our Luton lineups and we were checking Luton a few hours ago. We saw that Nakamba was in the starting lineup, and then we just saw in the game that he was registered as injured. And so then we checked your lineup projections, and we saw at 1:35, which is when we checked them, that you had updated them at 1:35. So top man for being on the case there. Yeah, I've made the change. I've taken him out. So yeah. Do you know if is it a serious injury? Is he out for a long time, or is it just kind of like, what's the deal with it? Very minor, should be back for the midweek. Okay, cool, man. Yeah. Honestly, really good that you were, I kid you not, we were on the stream about 10 minutes ago and we were looking at it and we were like, oh my God, like Jordan's on the case. He's updated it immediately. So cool, man. Kabor is back and Lagonga is training again, so should be back mid-December. Cool. We're also just talking about how it's really annoying for something like the Premier League Winter Special that Sorare are running this competition and like we have a collection of Luton Town players, but actually like there are so many players missing from that collection that then means that you're at a disadvantage for playing the Premier League Winter Special because, to be honest with you, I want to play Ross Barkley. I want to be able to play Tom Loikia. I want to be able to play Andros Townsend. And those players are not available for us to select for the Luton Town collection. We could probably get Townsend as like an old card. We could probably also get Barkley, no? But it's just annoying that they're not... Oh, is Barkley... No, there's no cards of Barkley. Well, there are cards of Townsend, isn't there? Unless I am just talking out my arse there. I thought there were cards. There's no cards of Andros Townsend. Wow. Okay. I actually thought there were cards of Andros Townsend. It's kind of annoying. Because I kind of... You're then restricted to the team you can play if you have a Luton Town collection. My ideal SO5 would be Kaminsky, Bell, Doughty, Ogben, Barkley. Yeah. Being able to play Barkley would be so good. Yeah. Like, I think instead of Oso, I would be wanting to play Loikia here. I would want to play Loikia. So for me, my team would be Kaminsky, Loikia, Doughty, Ogben, Barkley. That would be my team that I would want to play. But we just can't do it because Sorare haven't minted the cards. So yeah, Ogben's been great, isn't he? He's definitely been one of the better players for Luton. And I love with Ogben that like he is quite a direct player. So when he gets the ball, his only thought is to just power forward, just take people on. Because that's so good for Sorare, because then you are getting so many points from the one contest and from the attempted like assist that he's trying to make. So good. From the duels that he's winning as well. Okay, Academy Team 4. Right, we need to fix this one. Okay, we don't want to play him. Andy Najjar for sure. Van der Streek in there. Aldrikis, why not? And then Kemar Lawrence, okay. Thought Sorare were meant to be adding new faces every Tuesday. They did the Chelsea ones 2 weeks ago and then radio silence since, yeah. Welcome to Sorare. Welcome to Sorare. Sorare are trying to do too much at once. They're trying to do too much at once. And it is commendable, but it's also just, yeah, not so great. Like, I think people would appreciate it if they were doing less, but the things that they were doing were done better. And to be fair, they're doing a lot of good things now. They seem a lot more on top of things. But yeah, what you just mentioned there about the new faces, yeah. You basically took the words out of my mouth. Jorg Siebenhandel, let's put him in here. Let's confirm that team. And then we're missing a team here, aren't we? We're missing the number 2 team. We also need to do, and we're going to do it in a minute, we need to do Sorare Mega. Joe Willis can be in there. Start building up Joe Willis for the next season. The same also, I think, for Johnny Russell. Confirm. And then the next team that we need to do is this one here. Miguel Vargas, I think I want to be building up, actually. Yeah, Miguel Vargas can go in there. Kals Federsky, good one to build up. Brent Kalman, Pedro Santos, and then we need another limited player in here. Sorare equals good, bad, and crazy. Sounds like VAR, yeah. Sovar. There you go. Sovar. Right, who else we need to put in here? Let's keep building up Tony Leisner, I think. Let's do that. Confirm. Okay. So we're good. We're good for the next game week. I think we've entered in all our teams that we need to. Let's just double check it. In this crazy, very confusing lobby. Yeah, I think we have. Let's just do this one as well. I think technically that's correct though, Sopsy. I think technically it is correct based on it's probably just based on the amount of saves that he's making. If you look at the amount of saves that he's making, because he is just facing too many at Man United, it probably massively puts him up high compared to all the other goalkeepers. And he's also got the highest amount of clean sheets, right? Well, yeah, he has the joint highest amount of clean sheets in the Premier League. So when you combine that with the amount of saves he's making, the metrics probably show that he is the second best or in the top 3. But when you watch him, that's where the stats lie, because the stats make him look great. But actually at the moment, you have to say that if you looked at him and if you watched him play, you'd say you wouldn't say that he is the top 3 goalkeeper in the Premier League. Okay. We're good. Yeah, we're good to go. All right. So we are ready. We've done our lineups. There's nearly an hour until the game week starts. We've done our lineups on Sorare. We're ready to go. We need to do our lineups on Ultimate Champions now. This is going to be... Oh, what? This one starts in 39 minutes. The last time we were looking at it, it was telling us that this starts in about 2 hours. This is what I mean about Ultimate Champions. Like, there should be a timer here so that we don't have that nasty surprise of being like, oh, okay. So it wasn't actually 2 hours, was it? It was like maybe an hour and a half or something. But you basically rounded up to 2 hours there. Wow. Okay. We need to get a move on with this one then. We need to do this one like now. Oh, they've switched it. So the goalkeeper is now down here. I was saying to myself, like, why the freaking hell is it asking me to select 2 goalkeepers? They've switched it. So the goalkeeper is down here now. Fair enough. Yeah, that's no good though. That's no good. You kind of want to know exactly like the minutes ahead of an hour. Showing me that there's like 38 minutes when I actually, the last time I checked it, which was not like 2 hours or so ago when it said 2 hours, basically just show the countdown timer, right? They had the countdown timer before. They don't have it now. Why? It's pretty easy to implement a countdown timer. Just show the exact time that people have. There's no need to remove that functionality. Right. Who's the goalkeeper that we need to pick here? Do we do an autofill? We done autofill last week and it was actually pretty good. Just wondering if we do autofill again. Let's do autofill. I don't think it's worth the time actually anymore. It's not bad. It's actually pretty good, the autofill. Let's do that. And then we've got decent. Oh yeah, autofill's brilliant. The autofill's so good now. It's actually making me think that there's no point in me just trying to work it out. It's picking very good players here. Look, Somodic, Vert, Saka, Muha, Pellegrino. This is great. This is honestly great. Let's do that. It probably doesn't matter. It probably doesn't matter that there's not a countdown timer because it's only going to take us like 2 minutes anyway to do our lineups on Ultimate Champions. We are literally just going to autofill everything. Nice and easy. Right. They need to fix this though. This is still horrible. Yeah, it's a little bit better. I mean, let's check it, but I still don't like this layout. It's very clunky still. Like here, it's taking too long to load in, really. Autofill. Okay. And then let's captain him. Confirm. This is actually so easy for us to do now. We're not eligible for that. We are eligible for this one, autofill. Let's see if we can get another podium with an autofill. Because the only podium that I've had in Ultimate Champions has been from an autofill. So, not for me, to be honest, but maybe that's because I'm not using a Chrome browser. To be honest with you, personally, I don't feel that it is better or smoother. What actually have they done? Because I can't really tell the difference other than that they've just made a pitch view when you're putting your lineup and they've reversed that the forward now is there and the goalkeeper is here. Other than that, I can't tell the difference really. I've not had a lot of time, to be fair, to look into it. But from just at a first glance, it doesn't seem to be a big difference. So I don't know what they've done. Really? If you do know, then let me know. I'd like to know. I finished second in beginner five-a-side last weekend, 8 points off winning. Okay. So autofill this team here. Let's give it to Kent. Frankie Kent, good old Frankie Kent. Okay, this one here. Register. Autofill. It's given us a player with the red card. I couldn't care, to be honest with you. We're just going to do it. Confirm. What else have we got? Underdogs here. Register. If there was an autofill for rivals, then I would just autofill everything. Yeah, because I don't even really pay too much attention to rivals anyway. Oh, wow, what's happened here? Let's not enter that team. That's horrible. Let's do instead... Can't do that one. Let's do the main one. This one here. Let's autofill this one. Okay, we're 243 over the cap. We've got another player who is suspended. Let's give the captaincy to him because he's doing really well. And then we take out... we need to take out all of these guys, don't we? Like that. And then maybe we just throw in somebody who is like a cost of 101 or below. If we can do it. Let's throw in this guy here. Cisse, confirm. Okay, Ultimate Champions is done. With loads of time to spare. Look at that. We've done all our teams in Ultimate Champions in about 6 minutes. So, yeah. This is about how much time I'm spending in Ultimate Champions at the moment. I do enjoy it, but I just don't... At the level that I'm at, which is mainly amateur, there's no point spending more time. It's too difficult to win. It gets a little bit better when you go further up, but for amateur, you could spend hours doing this, right? And you still win nothing. It's very much like the returns that you were getting on amateur on Sorare before they changed it. It's just not worth the time, to be honest with you, at this level. Like, my time personally is better spent elsewhere. Like on Pooky, where we know we can get a decent return. Let's give... He doesn't even have a game. Let's give it to him. Let's do that one as well. We did miss a team, actually. Got Amel Pellegrino on the bench there. That's a bit of a mistake, isn't it, really? Okay, I think we've done all the teams now. Apart from this one, which we can't really enter because we don't have enough, yeah, rare of these epic cards. Okay, cool. Can we buy something in the store? I honestly play UC just to farm the MGC coins to spend them on packs. Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing as well. That's why I autofill, because I'm just getting the MGC, right? The green coins here, which we can then just spend on packs. Other than that, I'm not actually winning any champ. And if I spent a lot of time to try and win the champ, like to put lineups together, we wouldn't win it anyway. So it's just not worth it. As in, like, it's not worth spending a lot of time doing it. At the moment, we are 149 of the MGC coins away from being able to afford the jumbo pack that would then give us a 10% chance per drop of getting an epic. So after this weekend, we'll buy a jumbo pack and we'll see if we can get another epic from it. Cool. That's UC done. Right, Sorare Mega. I did buy the 2 Barcelona packs. Yeah, I've already bought them. Already bought them. I can't remember who I got. I got Martinez, and I think I also got Testegen, and then I think I got Xavi. Oh, sorry, Gavi in one of them as well. I think it was Gavi or Pedri, one of the two. I think. Could be wrong on that though. Right, Sorare Mega. They had a game week where they weren't really going, but yeah, they're kind of still going. I don't know what happened in that one game week where they stopped. It was like 1 or 2 game weeks, wasn't it? But they're still going, so we might as well do it. Okay. Luke Brower's Indrit Tucci. I still don't like that you can't see your scores anymore. Yeah, it's a bit crappy, really. I agree with you. I think this is just dying a slow death, though, Sorare Mega, if I'm honest with you. I don't think it'll be around for much longer. Which is a little bit of a shame, right? But it's also just not been able to keep up with the times, really. The game itself hasn't really evolved. It's just stayed the same. And, yeah, whales have always dominated in here anyway. So if you're not a whale, it's probably not very fun to play. Browers can go in there. Let's also do Kadri in here. Why not? Let's give the captaincy to Tucci. Confirm. All right, cool. That's done. Mega 5 play. We will do... Let's do him. We really don't want to spend a lot of time on this, actually. Like, we just want to do it as quick as we can. Like, Bokat can go in there. Who else we got? Put another Luke Browers in here if we can. Where's Luke Browers again? There he is up the top. Luke Browers. And then, because I think Luke Browers is going to smash it this weekend. I think he's going to do good. I hope he will anyway now. Let's put Zalahi in there. Let's put Anti-Essig up the top. Like that. Cool. Done. Mega 8, we can do that one as well. It really doesn't matter. Just kind of like put in whoever. And just kind of like hope for the best, basically. Put him in there. Let's do him. Let's do Matic there. And then that. Figueiredo. Let's do that. Mega 11. Not Ali Varol. Let's do Castamai there. Right, who else we got? Kosanu. Let's do him. Where's Pappy? There's Pappy. And then Smolcic, let's do that. Zapar. Let's do Molon. Let's do him as well. Morales, if we can. Victor Edvardsen. And then, yeah, let's do that. Cool. That's literally how much time you want to spend doing Sorare Mega. It's just not worth spending more time than that. Play the random score. We'll do Molon for this one, because maybe Molon's going to come off the bench. So Molon. And then for the score dice here, we're going to do the worst player game. And we are going to do Marlon. Done. Done. Right, nice and easy. Log out. Okay, there's less than an hour until the game week starts. So what we're going to do, I'm going to open up some of the free tip Scout Fund coupons now. So if you're tuning in from YouTube, then you won't be able to do these. So just jump over to Twitch and you'll be able to take part. Okay. Yeah, so I've got a few of those activated and ready to go. And then in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to come over to Pooky. And we're going to just try and finalize our predictions for the weekend. So yeah, if you also want to play Pooky, then get involved. The link to do so is in the chat right there. He says that, I don't see it. There's the link for Pooky. There you go. So that will give you lots of freebies if you use that link to sign up. This one is tactical. 4-1 against Heidenheim. I don't mind it. 5-0 against Union Berlin. I also don't mind that. It could be less, though. It could be 4. It could be more. This one we could do tactical, but we're going to actually try and nail an exact score here of Wolfsburg to beat Bochum 2-1. So we're going to try and be a bit brave there. This one's tactical. Gladbach versus Hoffenheim 2-2. Stuttgart against Bremen 3-1, I think is bang on the money. Freiburg against Mainz 2-1 for Freiburg. I think that's also bang on the money. And then Leverkusen, Dortmund is tactical. Augsburg versus Frankfurt is tactical. So I'm actually pretty happy with that. I don't think we need to make any changes there at all. Right, Premier League-wise, we've gone for 1-1 Sheffield United Burnley, which I like. 2-1 Brentford Luton, I like. Arsenal 3-0 Wolves, I like. This is tactical. So 2-2 Nottingham Forest Everton's tactical. Newcastle to beat Man United 2-1 is also not tactical, but I'm backing that Newcastle can beat Man United, which I hate because I'm a Man United fan, but I just don't trust Man United to get a result there. Bournemouth 1, Aston Villa 3. I don't mind that. Liverpool 4 against Fulham is okay. That one also could be one more. I actually really like all of our predictions. So you know what we need to do? We need to see if any of them are going to give us more points, really. What I'd also like to see on Pooky is I would like to see a tab here where we can just shuffle through our predictions, right? So rather than having to come out and then basically go into another prediction, there should be an option here where you can just, like an arrow, where you can just cycle through your predictions, right, in a league. It's really annoying that we've looked at this, we're happy with it, and we've now got to come out and then go back into another prediction, whereas actually if they just had an arrow here, we can shuffle through. It would be so much easier from a user experience point of view. As a Man United fan, I don't think we keep the damage to 1. Probably not, no. Okay. So far, we've locked in some good predictions at good points as well. That's a small increase, but it's not worth us spending 2 energy to update it. That one hasn't changed at all. Neither is this one. I find that a bit bizarre that it's not changed, actually. Wow. Look at this one. This one has changed from 536 to 474. So I'm really happy that we locked that in for higher points there. Okay, this one has gone up a little bit. We might update that one in a minute. That one's gone up a little bit, but not much, actually. Okay, that one's gone up a little bit, but not enough, really. Okay. What was the one? This one here. This has gone up. Let's update that one. technically we don't need to update this one, but I think we will. Because I don't think we need to update any more. Okay. Cool. Okay. Wow. Look at this one. This one's gone up a lot. 315. Okay. So that's the Sao Paulo one. Oh, that one's gone up a lot too. Ah, damn it. We technically should have saved a few to update these ones, really. Oh, that one's gone up a lot. That one's gone up by 46, actually. In the boosted points, 46. Okay. This one's gone up not by 46, actually. And then this one has also not gone up by 46. So we need to update this one. Score predictions change because they're based off the odds. So the odds always fluctuate. So they can go up or down. So when the points go up, it means that the odds have actually gone they've got higher. No. Hold on a minute. When the points go up, it means that the odds have got lower. Yeah, that's right. No, it's not right. They've got higher. They've got higher. When they're dropping, when the points are dropping, it means that the odds are going lower as well. Yeah. So this here indicates that the odds are getting higher for them. So the bookies expect there to be less chance for it to happen. Okay, cool. All right, we're good. We're good to go for the weekend. We are very good. If you guys want to get involved in Pooky before the weekend, you need to pick up a Pooky ball. You can pick one up here. Because we're good, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break here. So I'll be back in 5 minutes, guys. Right, guys, welcome back in. Hello also to the White Pele. How's it going, the White Pele? I think you won a card reward, the White Pele, so maybe check your Twitch DMs, man, because I think you won a giveaway that we done either yesterday or the day before. So yeah, check, man. I'm pretty sure your name came up. So yeah, you've probably got something sitting for you, waiting, a nice message. How's everybody getting on? We've done our lineups. We've done our predictions on Pooky. We're just basically good to go for the next game week. I'm happy to help everyone if you need any help at all for the next few, next half an hour. It's quite nice actually to be ahead of the game here for once. Sometimes we are kind of still scrambling to get everything sorted for the game week. Not often, but sometimes we are. So yeah. Oh, I didn't see that and had gone on the stream by then. Yeah, you've won. Yeah, I think you've won. I remember your name coming up. I think it was yesterday, sorry, that you won. Don't forget, guys, that there are free Tit Scout Fund coupons available as well, so you can use them if you need any help before the game week starts. I think what we'll do, now that we have actually got our lineups and everything sorted, what we can do is we can actually talk about the primary market credits here. We can talk about this a little bit more. So if you didn't know, Sorare NBA have just introduced what's called primary market credits. So I don't know why they called it primary market. They could have just called it auction. Well, actually, no, they called it primary market credits because it doesn't apply just to auctions. You can see here, it applies to auctions and instant buy. It's only on NBA at the moment, but it is coming to football at some point. I'm pretty sure about that. And yeah, I'd like to get everyone's opinions on it, really. If you don't know what this is actually about, it's a way for Sorare to reward people, like managers who are playing the game. Instead of giving them card rewards and instead of giving them cash rewards, they will just reward them with the primary market credit. And what that basically means is that then when you want to buy from Sorare, you will get a discount and a maximum of a 25% discount off a purchase that you make. When you do buy a card using one of the credits, you then can't sell that card for 2 weeks. You have to hold on to it. So you can't list it at all. It's something that's not in football, but as I mentioned, and I know for a fact that they are actually talking about it on the football side, and I think it will probably come to the football side. What does everybody think about it? What does everybody think about this here? The primary market credits. If it came to the football side, would you be interested in it? Would you like it? If you don't like it, then why would you not like it? We can actually have a look at some of the comments as well, because I've not had a chance to read some of them since I've posted this earlier today. But if you've got opinions on it and if you've got thoughts, then please share them in the chat. Looking for food says crap. Mike says auction credit's fine. If you can use it for 100% of the auction and there is no time limit, I would rather have 50p credit than two, I think it means useless 50p cards there. Least I can buy one I want. The way it has been done in NBA is very, very, very bad. So he's not a fan of the way that they've done it in Sorare NBA, but he actually doesn't mind the idea of it. 25% discount you have to use in 2 weeks, and calling that a reward is pretty insulting. So some strong words there from Mike, actually. What else we got here? Sorare Journey says it makes sense in their pursuit to foster auction buys, but is a dangerous market manipulation in my opinion. It's actually quite interesting because we used exactly the same terminology. Well, I did anyway. I said that it's quite dangerous that they're doing that because it is actually manipulating the market. It's manipulating the prices, and then that has a knock-on effect about, you know, how much people are buying the cards for, and actually it's not then a realistic market value. It's not a value that the market has come to. It's a value then that Sorare is basically setting artificially from the use of the market credits. Also, the card that can be dumped for ETH is probably of more value to me. Tirizard says cash out. Var Nold says to sum it up, market disruptive. So he thinks that it is tampering with the market too much there. Elias Paperhands. We usually see Elias Paperhands in the chat, in the stream. He says doing this would cause auctions to be overinflated and harder to make a collection, in my opinion. Okay, I actually agree with that. There's like payback points, mostly pointless unless you buy big, and then could be Fighter by Sorare dictating prices. Could be dictated by Sorare's prices, yeah. What's going on with the English here? Half-full trash? What does that even mean? Half-full trash? Okay. I mean, he thinks it's trash. But what's the half-full about? Sure, giving discounts on auction will increase the price on auction, so de facto will not be financial benefit for the users. That's not technically correct, actually. Will not be appealing to anybody outside the platform to get here. Have anybody ever been excited to win a discount coupon? That's true, though. I agree with that. Daylight robbery. A discount will make it easier to buy new cards from Sorare and make it harder to sell second-hand cards. Exactly what we talked about. If you think it's really difficult to sell on the secondary market right now, wait until primary market credits arrive on the football side. Forget about selling your cards then, effectively. If you can't sell them now, you won't be able to sell them if Sorare are then offering discounts on the cards that you can buy on the primary market, and they have a time limit on when you need to use that discount. And if it's obviously then given as a reward, then people are going to use it. So then that liquidity that they might have spent on the secondary market then goes on the primary market. And what's this one here? We have to translate the post here. They are crazy. These auctions, these actions will cause many managers to leave. So I just kind of posted this out earlier before we went live. And at the moment, it just seems to be a lot of managers that don't like it. What are you guys saying in the chat? We had that with the 20% discount for referrals, but as I said weeks ago, I don't like a reward which basically forces me to buy a card in a limited time, or either it will be vanished. Yeah, I agree. I like that they are looking into different ways of rewards to limit cards. Don't think this is the answer. No. I think it's only an answer if you offer it as with an alternative, right? So I think it's only viable if you kind of say that you can choose primary market credits, or you can choose to, or you can just like go for a card reward or go for a cash amount, like the cash value of that reward. I think if they replace the cards and the cash on the football side, or some of them at the various different tiers, and they replace them purely with primary market credits, and I don't think that's a win, even though I think that technically this is kind of a slightly good idea, but as we talked about earlier, I think there's more negatives than positives. But what else do you guys think about it? We've only had a few thoughts in the chat here. Is anybody massively in favor of primary market credits coming to Sorare Football? Like, if they brought it to the football side, would you still play it? Would you be happy to win a discount that will then give you a discount basically when you purchase a card from Sorare? Speaking for myself, if I would start Sorare now and I'd win a discount, it would not make me want to spend money to buy a card. As a new player or a free-to-play player guy, I'd rather have the tier 5 than some useless discount code. Yeah. Yeah. Before I give my more thoughts on it, I want to hear what the chat really thinks, because this is quite a big talking point. So what does the chat in general think about this? Like, what are your opinions on it, guys? Are you for it? Are you against it? If you're for it, why are you for it? If you're against it, then why are you against it? There's no witch hunting here. So if you are massively for it, you're not going to have people saying, oh, you shouldn't be, blah, blah, blah. It's an open forum. You can voice your opinion about it. All opinions are welcome on the channel, always. Not just about stuff like this. You're always welcome to voice your opinions on it, and you should not feel like you can't. So do voice them. From what I've heard, I'm not against it. Would you, if you had the choice between winning a discount or winning a tier 5 card, would you prefer to win the discount or the tier 5 card, the White Pele? As long as they give people the option, I think it's fine. Down to personal decision then. They're not giving people the option though. On Sorare NBA, you're not going to have the choice of you can either win a primary market credit or you can win a card. The way that they are proposing it is that they are also going to offer, I think at certain tiers, you can win just a primary market credit and you won't be able to win a card. You won't be able to win ether. It's just a primary market credit. I agree with you though. I think if they offer the option, I think it would be good. No other thought. I thought this would be a really good talking point. There doesn't seem to be a lot of you guys really giving your opinions on it though. Raul says depends. In amateur, you only get anything if you are in top 150 from over 40,000 participants. They can give credits as additional reward for 151 to 500. No, they won't do that. No, they won't do that, man. They shouldn't do that. Technically, they shouldn't do that, in my opinion. I get what you're saying, that if you didn't win a card award in the top 500, then, or the top, sorry, 150, then from 151 onwards, you should be able to win a credit. But what we're kind of talking about is that we're not saying that the prize pools are going to be increased. We're literally saying that in the existing prize pools, they would say remove the tier 5s and they would give you a market credit instead. Yeah, like increasing the prize pool is different. Yeah, I don't think that they would do that because simply by increasing the prize pool, it then means actually that you're simply going to have to then mint more cards, right? Because then if you're giving out more credits by increasing the prize pool, then you are going to be effectively having to mint more to then cater for people who have credits, right? Because if you don't, they will effectively have a credit and not enough cards to buy. So probably wouldn't be that. Forcing people to use it in a limited time is my biggest no-go, and I don't think it attracts a lot. I've actually used one of these market credits myself. I got a market credit for a referral, and you have to use the market credit. The referral that I had to use it within a week. It was within a week. Yeah, it was within a week I had to use it, and if you don't use it within a week, you lose it. And then I used it, and the credit that I used to actually buy a player was Jasper Sillenson. So I bought Jasper Sillenson. I don't have him anymore, but I bought Jasper Sillenson here, right, as an instant buy for £8.60. And you can see that I bought him significantly higher than what he had actually been going for. And the reason for that was that it didn't actually cost me £8.60. I got a 50% discount, not a 25% discount. I got a 50% discount. So actually this only cost me £4.30, which means that I technically bought him for way lower than what he had been going for. But according to the market data and how it affects the averages, is that would be registered at £8.60, which is then going to increase his average. And you can actually see that it kind of started to increase the instant buys here were creeping up, and that was probably increasing his market value as well. If it was a player under 30, I'd probably rather the tier 5. but I'd rather a credit over a useless tier 5 that never plays and is going to retire soon. Yeah, I get that. I do get that. The problem that I have with the market credit, right? There's a couple of problems that I have with it. One of my problems with it is that I don't want to spend it's not like I have a problem spending money in the game. I can spend money in the game if I want to. I'm at the position now with my gallery where if I was competing with a limited card or a limited team in, say, All-Star Limited, right? And instead of me winning a tier 5, I got a primary market credit of 25% as a reward, right? Because let's just say that they implemented it on the football side. What that is basically saying then is that you've won a discount. And so in order for you to realize that reward, you need to spend money in the game. But where I'm at with Sorare is that I don't want to spend any more money in the game. I don't need to spend any more money in the game. I have more than enough players now. I have teams that I'm pretty happy with. If anything, I need to sell players really. Any players that I would get as a normal reward, I would be more interested in selling them for the cash, right? Or using them in my gallery and then selling somebody else who that new player is going to replace. So kind of the problem that I have with the market credit is that it's basically telling users that you shouldn't be selling, or that it doesn't pay for you then to sell rewards in the game. So it's basically moving the game further away from selling on the secondary market and just making it purely about, you've won something, now put more money in Sorare's pocket. That's effectively the reward. We'll give you a discount, but put more money in our pocket, rather than you selling something on the secondary market and putting money in your pocket. Or putting money in other managers' pockets by then buying their cards that they put on the secondary market. And I think that right now, nobody can sell their cards. It's incredibly difficult to sell cards. So this concept of a market credit would probably be okay, and I think probably better received if it was done in a time where the secondary market is already quite healthy and people can sell without an issue, right? You can put a card up, you can get some offers, you can consider them, you can sell them, you can even sell your cards pretty quickly, just from the list price alone. The way it is at the moment is that if your secondary market is already basically dead, and then you're then pushing more people to buy from the primary market, which they're already doing a lot at the moment, what you're going to end up with is that I think people are just going to be incredibly frustrated that they can't sell their cards at all, and that the market that was already dead is now completely dead on the secondary market. How do you get the discount? The discount that we're talking about is that you would win it. So they've just announced this yesterday for Sorare NBA, and you guys can expect it to come to the football side as well. You can expect it to come to the football side. And what we're just talking about here is that you would get a credit if you won a reward. And there are some positives with it as well, because winning a credit effectively means that rather than you winning a completely useless card, like a card that you hate, a card that you don't want, and then dumping that card immediately on the market, which then means that there's just loads of cards that are on the market and people are just creating a selling pressure in the game, you reduce the selling pressure in the game by then just buying more cards, right? So then the game just becomes more about just buying and collecting. And effectively, you're basically saying, this is not a game anymore where you can sell. You basically buy and you keep them. And then you maybe, if you're really lucky, you can sell them. And I think it's a little bit worrying that the game is kind of heading in that direction, to be honest with you, because, you know, I think if I hadn't have been playing Sorare for so long, I think if I had personally started Sorare today and I couldn't sell my cards on the secondary market, I probably would have stopped playing. Because I'm very much one of those individuals where I'm happy to buy and I'm happy to spend money in your game, and you can take my bank balance if you want to, you know, because I enjoy the game and I like the things that you're doing in the game. But also, if you're going to completely kill my chance to even sell my card just so I can mix up my teams and maybe I can make a little bit of profit along the way, if you're going to completely kill that chance, then I'm out. So that's how I would probably feel if I was playing the game today and if I started today. Some people are different, right? But yeah, because I'm already invested in this game, I don't need to buy any more cards. I don't really need to. The only time that I need to buy more cards is by going up in a higher scarcity. So the credit would probably be quite useful for me if I was looking to, say, buy a super rare, right? Because then I could get a 25% discount off a super rare. That would be useful for me. But at the moment, I'm probably not there and I'm not ready to start receiving market credits if they introduced it in the football side. And so if I was competing in competitions where you could effectively win a market credit, even though I didn't want to win it, and I ended up winning a market credit, would I be able to sell it to somebody else who does want it? No, that's not what they've proposed. So effectively then I would be forced to basically spend more money in the game to effectively get that reward. If I didn't spend money in the game, then I've won nothing. Even if I have won something, I've basically won nothing, because then I get a reward that I can't use and then it disappears out of the game after a certain amount of time. I would rather discount off merch. Still don't know why there was no merch to buy, so they can't do that either. Yeah. Just very slow. Very slow at implementing some things that a lot of people want to see in the game. May, I 100% agree with it. I'm sick of not being able to sell. Not deposited for about 10 months now. Oh, okay. You agree with what I just said there, or you agree with the market credits? Because yeah, I just think that they have good intentions with this idea, Sorare. They really do, because they're trying to think of a way that stops the rot where cards are just losing value. So basically, is there a way that you can just stop giving out these trash cards and you can still reward something that is more worthwhile and more valuable to manage it? So there is actually like a good idea here with this one. But at the same time, as we talked about earlier, I think if you were to do a list and you were to kind of put on the left-hand side the pros, and if you were to put on the right-hand side the cons, I think you would probably find that the cons do outweigh the pros here. If you're a Sorare manager, if you're a Sorare user, probably Sorare would look at it the other way around, that the pros would be for them more and the cons would be less, right? But I think if you're a Sorare user, a Sorare manager, unless I'm looking at this completely wrong or I'm not thinking about it in as much complexity as maybe as what it deserves, I think that probably what you're going to have is that it's difficult to justify this working on football side with where the secondary market is at the moment. I'd rather getting a voucher for the mystery shirts or something. Yeah, Sopsy said that too. That if they offered a discount to a discount that you could get for buying in the club shop, I think that managers would prefer that more, right? Rather than here's a discount, but you need to spend more money to get it. And some managers might have already put in more than enough, and they'll think, okay, that's it. I'm happy, but I also just want to be trying to get money out of the game now. But now, in order for me to get my reward properly, I need to dip back into my wallet and put more money into the game to get it. So if you have any more thoughts about this, and please let us know or respond to the tweet here. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll try and respond to all of the thoughts if I can, all of the comments here later on today after the stream, because I do want to see what everyone thinks about this. As I say, it's most likely coming to football soon. So just a heads up on that one. Okay, there's 12 minutes until the start of the game week. We are so ready for the next game week that we have time to spare. So at the moment, the number of entrants for the Premier League Winter Special is at 2,957 in limited, 651 in rare, 69 in super rare, and 15 in unique. Are we saying that's good? Are we saying that's bad? I feel like that's very similar to what we saw last week as well. I'm so nervous. 3 of my super rares in Cap 240 play the first 2 matches this game week. Ooh, is the early game curse going to hit FIFA there? Hopefully not, but I'd also be nervous with you, man. I have a couple of players that are playing tonight. I think the Istra game. I think the Istra game is one of the earliest games in the game week. Let's have a little look, actually. And I have, of course, Istra. Game week 429. In fact, it is. Look, Istra is the first game of the game week, and we have Anti-Airseg and then our under-23 goalkeeper of Mash Kick. So you've got 2 Istra and 1 Fatty. Oh my god! So you've got the first 2 games of the game week. I'm also kind of joining you a little bit with that because our under-23 team needs to get off to a good start. So we're hoping that Mash Kick can do really well. And I also kind of need Anti-Airsig to get off to a good start as well. I also, look at the amount of players that I've actually got playing tonight. I've got a ton of players playing tonight. Look. Like Leonardo Morales is playing. We've also got... Okay, we've got Henderson who's playing. Our Oviedo boys are playing. We've got Luke Browers who's playing. Yeah. I don't like it when my players are playing on Friday. I've got to be honest with you. Are you guys the same? If you've got players that are playing on the Friday night, do you like it? Do you get a little bit suspicious? Because I don't like it. I just always feel like, I want my players to be playing on Saturday because on Friday, I've just had so many disappointments on a Friday. I feel stupid not selling a card I can make of a £10 profit on at the moment because I have won a tier 4 and limited threshold. Who's the player, Sopsy, that you're thinking of that you're not selling that you maybe should sell? Kellier. Well, my Cap 240 players are playing Sunday, so I hope that that's a good omen to them. I much prefer having players that all play on Sunday, yeah. I'm with you on that. Good luck for the game week, by the way. Okay. I think, you know what? I think we genuinely don't have a lot to do today. So unless you guys have anything that you need help with for the next 5 minutes, we're gonna end the stream early today, I think. Because, you know, we're ready for the next game week on all platforms, on Ultimate Champions, on Pooky, on Sorare. Are there any people on Sorare that buy collections specifically? Just the usuals. I think I don't know of anyone who's specifically buying collections. If anybody does, then please let Leagueman know in the chat. I mean, yeah, I don't know of anybody specifically other than just the usual suspects of like Basilbot, Pavel Trader, but like they're just buying cards, aren't they? I don't know who's actually buying specific collections. FTS, can you quickly show us your Prem special teams? I can. Here you go here. That's the main team. And then this is the B team, which isn't going to win anything because we have a DMP goalkeeper. And then this is the C team, which is definitely not going to win anything. And technically, we shouldn't even be entering it. But because we can enter 3, we might as well enter 3, right? Just seen now that Alex Moreno is in front of Digny on Play Sharper. Is it correct? Why would he be playing in front of Digny? That's news to me. Let's have a look on Fantasy Football Scout as well. Is Digny injured? I wouldn't have thought that Alex Moreno would play in front of Digny unless that Digny's actually injured. He got rested here for the Liga game because I think that he wants to be fresh for this game, the next game against Bournemouth. So, no, I don't think so. You got to be really careful when you look at Play Sharper. If it doesn't make sense to you, then listen to your own instincts rather than just blindly going what it says on Play Sharper. I can't see that. I think Digny is going to be playing, but you know, that's just my opinion. And the Sorare data projections have him at 88%. If it was me, I'd be picking Digny over Alex Moreno. He's the main starter for them, and he's actually been doing okay this season. You can also see here that it is saying Digny, and this is quite a good source as well. So come to your own conclusion on it. If you don't trust Play Sharp or don't put, you know, Moreno in there, I'd be putting Digny. Yeah, but what you've got to be careful with, Madder, is that there'll be a lot of managers that would have looked at Play Sharper. This is literally what's going to happen, right? A lot of managers would have looked at Play Sharper and they would look here and they would say, okay, where is he? Right? They would look here and they would see Moreno at 60%, right? So then everyone will just blindly go and buy Moreno, okay? Because he's an L50 and a 0. Now, just because the expert here thinks that Moreno's going to start, it doesn't mean actually that he's going to be right. To be fair, that percentage of 60% doesn't mean for me that he's definitely going to start. If anything, probably Lucas Digny should be there at 60%, and then maybe Moreno should be at 40%. So that's the only reason why people are going for Moreno's, because there's a lot of managers that will literally make their purchase decisions off what the Play Sharper experts say. You've also got to be kind of careful because we've seen in the past that some of these experts, even though a lot of them don't do it, we have seen in the past where some managers will try to sell the cards that they've got. We have seen that manipulation where they just want to try and offload a card that they've got. And so they try to artificially pump the price of it by then saying that that player's going to start when actually they won't. That hasn't happened very often, but it has happened in the past before on Play Sharper. So be very careful. I would not put Moreno at 60%. I would put Digny at 60%, and I would put Moreno at 40%. Okay, guys, the game week is about to start. I think we're going to end the stream here early today. There's not really much more we need to do. So, guys, thank you so much for your time on the stream today. Massively appreciate it. We may come back tonight. I don't know. We might continue to do the Luton to Legend tonight. I might actually just ask you guys on a tweet whether you want to do Luton to Legend tonight, and we'll see what the interest is like. If not, then we'll be back on Sunday anyway. So good luck with your lineups this weekend. Do keep me posted on how you get on and whether it's going good or bad. And then, of course, as well, we'll be back on Sunday. We'll do some more scouting. We'll also do a little bit of a watch along as well, I think, this Sunday. We'll check out the games and we'll just we'll talk more about Sorare and Pooky too. So, guys, good luck this weekend. Thank you so much for all the support, and I'll catch you again on the next one.